So do you think affordable new homes in West Michigan are a myth? Well, what if I told you you could get a brand new home for less than $350,000 without the bidding wars and the endless repairs? Let's bust some of those myths and uncover the truth about new construction homes that are actually within your budget. I think it would be helpful to paint a picture of what's happening in this price range of $350,000 and under. For some of you, it might be a trigger warning, but just want to prepare those that are getting into that market. So your budget is $350,000, you're diving into a market only to find yourself in bidding wars still, and you're competing for homes that are 65 to 100 plus years old. And many of those homes have block foundations that need repairs, they have outdated mechanical systems, old appliances, and roofs that look like they've survived every Michigan winter since the Great Depression. And at this point, homeownership isn't looking so glamorous. You're probably wondering about, oh, well, do I actually leave where I'm renting now? Because if I have a problem, I just pick up the phone, call the landlord. What do we do from here? Are there actual options for me that I don't have to go into a situation that has everything old that I'm going to have to provide a bunch of cash for to fix these things and then not exactly get 100% of that money back? So what if I told you there's a way to escape all of this with a new construction home? Can you actually snag a home under $350,000 that's brand new? Well, the answer is yes. So it's hard to believe, maybe especially because new construction homes on average are selling for right around $500,000 here in West Michigan. So stick around, we're gonna walk through some of these hidden gems here in West Michigan of affordable new construction homes. We're gonna walk through the locations, the types of homes, the builders behind these options, and plus at the end of the video, I'm gonna dive into the pros and cons of the home so you can make more of an informed decision if you choose to shop this route. So if you like hearing about different ways you can beat the housing market, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video if you're liking what you're hearing so far, and drop a comment below about what your opinion is on new construction homes at this price range. So where are these houses? Well, the top communities with inventory under $350,000 are going to be Belding, Cedar Springs, Greenville, Kent City, and Wayland. So if you notice a pattern there, all of these locations are about 20 miles outside of the heart of Grand Rapids. Mostly you're going to go north, but Wayland, of course, is south. So if you work in the Grand Rapids area and you don't mind a little bit of a commute, these could be excellent options for you. So each of these communities offer its own unique mix of amenities, and they're mostly situated in rural areas. If you're someone who likes the sound of crickets versus car horns, these might feel like a paradise for you. Now, why are these homes so much farther out? It's no surprise that as cities develop, land closer to the city becomes a little more competitive and thus expensive. So builders save on costs by moving farther out where the land and acquisition cost of that land is cheaper. Thus, lower land costs equal lower home prices. Simple economics, right? So which of those communities that I listed there would you consider moving to? Or do you need a deeper dive? Make sure you leave a comment below. I would love to do the next video on something that you want to see. Now you might be thinking, all right, with the average new construction home going for $500,000, what kind of home am I getting for $350,000? Let's break down the numbers. 70% of these homes have 4 bedrooms, 30% have 3 bedrooms, and all of the homes have 2+ bathrooms, and nearly 75% of the homes have had 3 bathrooms. The average size is just over 1,500 square feet, with some homes reaching a spacious 2,000 square feet. That's a lot of bang for your buck, especially in a market where fixer-uppers are selling for nearly the same price and not exactly the same square footage, and many of which aren't offering a primary suite, which some of these do. All right, great. So what about the style? We can talk about bedrooms and bathrooms and size all day. What's the styling? What kind of floor plan are you getting at this price? Well, they fall into 2 categories for the most part: bi-level and your traditional 2-story home. Why only these two styles and designs? It's cheaper to go up than it is out. So if you think of a sprawling ranch, it's going to go wider. You're going to have a lot more foundation work and of course concrete. So it gets more expensive to build the ranch style homes. So builders know how to maximize space while minimizing costs, and the bi-level plan and the two-story plan allow them to accomplish that best. Let's talk about the pros and cons of these designs and dig deeper into what you're getting with each one of these styles. Even though it might sound obvious, maybe there's something you haven't heard before, and if I left something out, make sure you drop a comment below. So the bi-level plan, the pros are nearly the entire home is finished, giving you lots of livable space. You can fit 4 bedrooms into a smaller floor plan. A lot of times they come with vaulted ceilings on the main level, making the space feel a lot larger and more open. And since the design doesn't take up a ton of room on the lot, you are generally on the same size lot, apples to apples, with maybe a 2-story. You are going to end up with more yard space on the side and of course the back. So if you're someone who wants a little more space between your neighbors, want a bigger backyard, this plan can help you accomplish that for sure. Now let's dive into the cons of a bi-level design. The entryway can feel cramped, so whether you're coming from the front door or you're coming daily from the garage, you have to choose. Are you going up or are you going down? There's minimal space for a landing where those 2 stairways come into play. So not exactly a dream entrance that you could have hoped for. And with so much finished space in the home, there's not a ton of room for storage. Now, all of these homes are coming with 2-stall garages, which is great, but at the same time, because we're trying to save cost, those garages aren't exactly the biggest ones. So you might see in these neighborhoods 1 car parked out because they need that extra storage in the garage if they haven't built a shed yet. And lastly, with the bi-level design, they don't appreciate as much as other home designs do. Up next, the traditional 2-story design. And the pros of this design is you have 2 levels of finished space right out of the box. So you have the main level, the upstairs, living spaces, and the kitchen are separate from the bedrooms, giving you a larger, more functional common areas for this home. Another plus would be that all the bedrooms and the full bathrooms are going to be on the same level. A lot of times too, they have the laundry snuck in there. So if you have like maybe a 3-bedroom model, you might have the laundry room upstairs, sometimes with the 4s as well. And sometimes you might get it in the lower level or the basement. So you can just imagine the convenience factor of separate living spaces. It just works out very, very well. The entryway, we talked about the entryway with the bi-level. Well, this entryway is definitely more defined. You might even have like a mudroom area that might be combined with the laundry. There's going to be a half bath on the main level. So just super convenient when you're coming in and out of the garage every day. You can have that space when you come in the door. And 2, when people come in the front door, it can be a lot more inviting than having to choose to go up or down a stairs. Cons. Well, these homes often come with 8-foot ceilings on the main level and of course upstairs and downstairs, which can make those living spaces on the main level feel a lot smaller. So you're going to have cramped into about 750 square feet. You're going to have your entryway, your half bath, your living room, your dining space, and your kitchen. As try as they might, these builders, it can be difficult to make it feel as spacious as they do. Which reminds me, what are some of the factors that are super important to you when you're looking at maybe buying a new home under $350? Drop those in the comment below. So you have a highly functional home with this 2-story design. You might not have as big a spaces as you would have liked, or maybe even comparable to the bi-level. Some of the primary bedrooms in the bi-level homes are extremely large. You just won't have those large spaces in the 2-story home, but you do have the basement you can finish. So lastly, who's building these homes? Well, nearly all of these homes were built by 2 builders. You have Edwin Homes and Sable Homes. These are considered more of your production builder, meaning they build hundreds of homes every year. This allows them to get bulk pricing on materials, which helps keep costs down. And while their homes might lack the unique flair of some of the other builders in town, they do offer a streamlined process and warranties, which is a huge plus if you're someone looking to buy your first home. And a little insider information, if they are production builders, which those are two of the bigger ones that we have in town here, it doesn't mean that you can't build a home from scratch. Sometimes you can even build a home for less than you could buy a spec home, because the builders have to build in their margin there with a spec home because it is speculative, whereas you won't have those costs passed on to you if you're building one from scratch. And plus you get to pick all the finishes, the layout. You aren't just left with whatever's on the market. You can look at their different designs and customize it within reason. So wrapping up, does this make sense for you? After hearing all of this, does buying or building a home that's new under $350 in West Michigan sound like a good idea? If so, let's chat. With my experience in new construction, I can help guide you through the process and make it as seamless as possible for you. Also, drop a comment, let me know which community you'd like to tour first and which floor plan you want to see first. I would love to do that for you. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate the support on this channel. Of course, make sure you like and subscribe if this video brought value to you. I can't wait to deliver more. We'll see you at the next one.